starts. This is basically Forest Lake, Wyoming Township, and this is where every single thing is. This is welcome to Rustic Meadows. As you can see, our property basically starts way back over there where there's a fence line going down. There's a fence and the main road going in, and the trees, every single thing else here, and blacktop road. A little bit of sad shape after this year, but it'll get patched up. And as we go up here, you see that you know, there's the mailbox in case anybody that we know happens to write us. Letters will come be dropped off in the mailbox there. Kids from California, kids from Shakopee, birthday cards, Father's Day cards, you know, stuff like that. Anything else that we can get in the mail would be deeply appreciated. Checks, you know, notices of winning lotteries, any single thing like that at all. Basically, going down the road here, the house, I don't know if you can really see it, it's way back in the distance, 640 feet from the road, direct center of 15 acres. And the driveway we're going down right now is part of 35W that was crushed and reused last year, but for some reason they had some leftover stuff, so we were able to buy it and put in a driveway here 600 feet. So now we don't have any mud. The yard has a lot of beautiful Christmas trees in it. We've got Christmas trees lining both sides of the driveway, and Christmas trees in the yard, and just a beautiful piece of property here. I'll go down the road as best as I can here. I might stop halfway, but a lot of times you can see deer running through on the side of the property, or even up the road here around the back of the house. Right now you can hear the crickets chirping, and when we get around to the pond in the back of the house, you'll be able to hear all the frogs chirping. Today is April 11th, 1998, and this is basically the day before Easter. And Jeremy, you're here visiting this weekend, but I wanted to make this tape for you here, something of a little remembrance. Probably you can be nice if you might be able to take it with you and you go to school or whatever, and that way you'll be able to you know, see what the place is here in case you miss me, hopefully, and want to see what everything looks like for memory purposes. This is one large field in the front of the house here. The only thing that I might do to it eventually is kind of put in a putting green and like a one length golf course deal, with a tee off up by the house and then a green up on the top of the hill right here. Just kind of use it for practice golf. Everything is fenced in here because the lady we bought the house from had cattle, horses, every single thing at one particular time. But it's kind of nice to have every single thing fenced in. Basically, our property actually goes past beyond the fence here and is a perfect rectangle of 15 acres. And we'll go down the road here, trying to walk a little slow. I'll shut it off right now and get back on. Hold on. Basically the halfway mark on the road. There's a sign pole right here. Eventually I'd like to find a sign to go on that pole for the property here, something, maybe even a Burma shave sign, or slow down to 15 miles an hour sign or something. Looking back up the driveway up to the road, and again kind of squaring in where the property lines are here. And then again the house is there, the pole barn, and you can see a white albino station wagon because we have a mystery guest. That's kind of peeking out behind the chicken coop there, but the white albino station wagon belongs to the mystery guest Jeremy. Basically started a yard that's in the middle of the 15 acres here. You only fenced in a little bit around the house here, and we only kind of cut the grass right around the house. Here's the chicken coop on view, the pole barn behind the chicken coop, and two cars showing up there, the 83 O's from my winter beater, and Jeremy, that's your station wagon there. This is the front view of the house as we approach it and come up to the front here. Double car garage, entryway, front little sun porch right there. You can see the antenna for a regular television set on the roof, and picnic table out front, every single thing. Little blacktop driveway there, fence on one side of the yard. Right here is the old it was basically used by the goat. It was a goat house, and a goat would stand on it in the daytime, but I always thought if I was going to do anything with it, I'd make a nice machine gun turret for unwanted solicitors that come up around the house here every once in a while. And we're just walking up the driveway slowly. This has been a very beautiful driveway. It eliminates the mud problem we usually have when it rains. This is a little backup area right here where you can back the car up and then go out the driveway forward. And the house was built in 1982, and it's all wood cedar siding. It's been added on to a couple times. You can see the roof right there by the garage where it's added on another addition. Or they may have had a single car garage, and they made another double car garage addition. A lot of nice beautiful rock and driftwood type landscaping around the house with wooden timbers. There's another little sidewalk that goes from this parking area along the side of the house there, and that is for people that used to go down the basement and use the side entryway. I'll kind of walk around the yard here and show you every single thing as much as I can. That's the dog kennel. That's Brock's little summer home there. He doesn't really appreciate it that much, but that's his summer home. I had a car trailer I got for hauling some of the cars around to the workshop. Chicken coop, I'll probably end up tearing that down one of these years. It doesn't serve any purpose, except I got wood stored in there right now. This is a pole barn right here that came with the property. 2,000 square feet of storage space divided into two sections. I got sort of a storage section right here and then the main section right here, and I had the additional crushed asphalt right to the pole barn. This is the white station wagon right here that belongs to that guest visitor that came for the weekend. Looks like it's not a bad ride there for $1,000. It's a pretty clean car. I'll get into the pole barn here shortly. And then the back side of the pole barn here, you can see a neighbor's house there, one of the closest neighbors across the pond. This is the pond, and you can definitely hear all the frogs are chirping in there right now. They don't last too long because they end up being a good source of food for all the ducks and the geese and the cranes and every single thing else that come in here. Across the pond, the property line that we have goes up into the middle of the woods. The deer either come down right on this side right here, or we also see them across way over up on the hill there, going up on the hill on the other side. This is the back side of the house right here. This is the garage, entryway to garage door, patio deck. Outside clothesline, got some poles here for playing horseshoes. Got everything we need. I'm going to get into the pole barn right now and show you the inside here. You turn the light on. Right now you're looking inside the pole barn, and this is sort of the workshop area right here. Storage shelves 24 feet long across the back. Got all my tools in here, additional tools, all rakes and shovels, ladders, every single thing in the shop here. And these are the cars that I have that are part of collection. This is the 68 Buick that I bought probably about 10 years ago, and this is going to the shop next winter 98 and 99, for completion of putting this here car together. This is the 1972 Chevelle, my bad boy car here. It's triple black, black top, black interior, black paint, and tinted windows. This was the car that I picked up from a guy that was in a garage fire, and this was a complete redo as far as finishing this car off right here. This here, right now, as far as certain things that go, this here 68 Buick I picked up for $900, and it's worth about $14,000 when it's done. And on a 72 Chevelle, I picked this car up for $2,200, and that's worth approximately about $18,000. This is my 62 Corvette, which has always been the bargain. No one's been able to copy buying this car in November of 72 for $400, and in restoring it, and has a value now of approximately $32,000. 1962 Corvette. This is my 1954 Corvette. I remember when you guys were kids, this was laying sideways up against a garage there in Moundsville. And then I finished this car in 1988, put it together, and then I put it in a museum for a couple years, and now I finally pulled it back out of the museum, and eventually I'll do some more work on it here and drive it for a while before I sell it. Total value of this car, body after frame restoration, $55,000. So you can see that I got a little bit, this is what I classify as an investment. Next stop here, we'll get into the cold storage section of the pole barn. Put the light on here and open up the door. And we see Gail's 1957 Oldsmobile. This is a car that we picked up from a guy that was selling a collection of cars that came from Nevada. And basically it is a rust-free car. It may not look that way, it's just got baked paint on it. But this is a car that Gail and I will put together. She wants to work on it, and I want to have her help me with it, because it's going to be her car when we're all done. A 1957 Oldsmobile two-door hardtop. Rocket V8 motor, automatic transmission. And we just have to figure out a color scheme, and then we'll figure out what color to do the interior. Basically, in the storage section here, we got the old snow blower. We got a sickle bar for cutting weeds. Here's my summer driver right here, the lawn tractor and the trailer. Right here's the 34 Ford fiberglass street rod kit that I bought 10 years ago. Made monthly payments on it and finally got that. This is my 1957 Chevrolet Nomad station wagon. I've got stuff on top of the roof, stuff on the fender, every single thing else. But this car, as it sits right now, it's worth approximately $4,000. When it is restored, it'll be worth $20,000 to $25,000. And Gail's Oldsmobile right here will be worth approximately $15,000 when it's done. I've got other stuff in the back of the pole barn here. I got a storage area back there, tires. I got the old go-karts back there, additional fenders from the 57. I got a loft up here that I got to kind of tear down this summer. I'm not using it, but that'll allow me to turn the station wagon sideways and move it next to the Oldsmobile, and at the same time make room for Jason's car, which I imagine his 85 Pontiac will be stored in here next winter when he comes home. And I'll be able to move the fiberglass street rod kit over to the front and still have room up here for the lawn equipment. This is the cold storage section of the pole barn, but if you remember, when I bought it, I had to tear out all the cattle barn stalls and put in a concrete floor here and every single thing. So there was a lot of work, $3,000 worth of concrete, but I got that taken care of. We'll go outside now. Let's Still in the pole barn. I'm just working on stuff here. I got parts all of pegboard walls for storage on one side here. Here's another kind of a look at old Ron's used car lot here. And then up above you can see the loft on the other side right there, and I'm going to have storage for the parts on the Oldsmobile and the Nomad wagon. When they come apart, we'll store the parts up on top there. So I got a lot of organizational type of work to do, but more storage, shelves, and every single thing will be taken care of here for the cars. Parts all over the place, but that's the way it is. Well, we'll go look at the yard and then we'll go into the house. Enter the property and swinging the camera at the house here. And you can see one section of the house and the deck that goes around the walkout door. What's more amazing is the beautiful yard here. You can see the fenced in lot, and the property line goes straight up into the middle of the woods there. Now you can hear some ducks flying over. And I'll get a closer look here. Beautiful yard. Just have to cut the grass. Don't have to do any raking, any single thing like that. The wind just kind of blows the leaves over into the pond area, so you don't even have to rake the yard. Brocky likes to run out here, and we play catch with him with the frisbee or with whatever we can use with him. He just likes to run out here sometime. As we get closer to the house here, you can see the landscaping as far as the rocks. And that was the stepway I was telling about that came from the driveway. That's the way Jason, if he lives with us after he gets out of service, he'll probably be using that way and the door to get into the house. This is one reason why we call it Rustic Acres. You know, it took me 9 months to find this place. And you know basically what the story was on every single thing else. Everything I sacrificed for, living in the back room of the shop, getting the other house, and working basically in my business ever since I started it very hard. When everybody laughed at me, I worked on cars, and now I'm the #1 man in the state of Minnesota for what I do. And for a reward, this is what I got, a beautiful house. I also did inherit some money also, and the money was paid, you know, the commercial building was paid, so much percentage of the house was paid, everything else I own is paid for, so doing pretty good hopefully here. The old man's not a dummy. He's worth a couple bucks. I ain't telling anybody what I'm worth, but it would shock you to find out. I'll go and get the view on the hill on the other side of the house here, on the back side of the pond. And I just want to show you, can hear frogs chirping again right now. Here's the back side of the house right there, and the sun's coming down right now. It might be a little bit hard to see. I'll get you a better shot. We're still, you know, on the property. I always thought of possibly putting a canoe out here or something on the pond. The yard, this is a kind of a nice favorite view of mine. You got the wraparound deck, the house, you can see the size of the house, the walkout basement, the satellite dish up on the roof there. Brings in all the HBO channels, all the Cinemax channels, Showtime, Fox channel, Movie Network, and all news channel. That's kind of a nice thing to have out here for winter nights or any other night for movies. As we walk up again, you can see all the pine trees in the yard here. Sun's setting down, so it's going to be kind of hard to see. Might get some flash in the lens here. Beautiful trees. Basically, it's very easy maintenance around here. Like I mentioned before, just cut the grass. And don't have to water the grass with the rain we get. Don't have to rake leaves because of the fact that the wind blows the leaves off the property here. Again, you can see the house on the outside here, the barbecue deck. and chairs, tables, and stuff like that. All the rock and gravel landscaping. And there's plastic underneath that so the weeds don't grow up. Again, you can hear the frogs here chirping. I'll walk over. It's kind of music to our ears, actually. It's kind of nice. And by about June it quiets down a little bit. And again, when we're here, this is one of the favorite spots where the deer come down. And on that tree stump right now that's right in the middle of the picture, that's where we can put corn and salt licks for the deer, and they'll come down. And you can see them, they'll come down that way, they'll jump over the fence, they'll run through the middle. They're usually around here around 7 o'clock at night when we can see the deer. And backside view of the pole barn and Brock's little outdoor kennel there. There's a little flower garden here. And everything just comes up every year by itself. They're walking onto the deck. First I gotta work and paint that deck. Well, what else is new? Work, work, work. The outdoor table, barbecue. Definitely like the barbecue. And we spend a lot of time out here. You know, get on the deck here. The deck wraps around on the side of the house right here. You can walk around there. And again, here's a beautiful picture of the yard. They say we can play catch with the dog. We just throw the frisbees off the deck here and the dog will go run and catch them. I'll get into the house right now. This is the screened-in porch in the back, four-season porch. You got television set, entertainment center here. Here's the old little casino number, the Wooden Nickel Saloon here. We haven't won that many jackpots, so we know that the casinos are making a mint. Here, going to the kitchen.
No fair.
There's the chief cook.
Every time in the kitchen.
This is the cook in the kitchen, preparing for tomorrow's Easter feast. Here's the security system right here, walking around on 4 legs. Right, Brock? You cruising
Hey,
for
Brock.
crumbs?
Sit, Brock, sit.
That's a good boy. Sit.
Say
Yeah.
hi.
See, he's saying hi. Hi, Jeremy. How are ya? Remember me? I got birthdays too. I got Christmas comes. Remember me?
Good boy.
This is basically the kitchen. One of the reasons we fell in love with the house here is that all the kitchen cabinets go up to the ceiling for additional storage. We've got a see-through window across over the sink here into the four-season porch. All the bold windows. Here's our coffee cup collection, kind of up on the top there. That might be a little bit hard to see, but there's all kinds of coffee cups there. Yeah, I'll turn the light on here in all these rooms, give you a better view. And it might show up a little bit better there. Off the kitchen is the entryway that comes in from the garage. And basically what we have here, we got the laundry room right off the kitchen, shower, stool here, storage cabinets in here, ironing board, washer, dryer, more storage cabinets, wash sink. Basically, this is another thing that we were looking for, was you come out of the if you're working in a yard and you're muddy, you can come in here and throw all your clothes in the wash machine and wash up. So we kind of like that. I'm opening up the door now and going out into the garage area here. I'll turn the lights on here so you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, I'm looking at Gail's car right now, the 1983 Buick that I bought for 800 bucks. That was in a garage fire. And this car was thoroughly repainted, new vinyl top, all the metal polish, all the trim was polished on the car. This is the one we picked up that had about 32,000 actual miles on. We bought it for 800 bucks. So that's Gail's new car, fully loaded 83 Park Avenue. This is our dog biscuit storage center. Any single thing for the dog out here. All the dog bones, dog chews, dog toys, all the extra stuff up here. Eventually I'll put kitchen cabinets up here and store stuff in it. Additional freezer so we can buy stuff on sale and stick it in the freezer. Have extra stuff for unexpected guests like Jeremy and Jason, hopefully, that will show up every once in a while. Here's our bikes right here. I'm gonna turn the light on in this little room so you can see what's going on. Yeah, here's your dad's company car right here with the lettering on the back window, the 92 Buick wagon. That's pushing 96,000 miles right now, so I'll try to hang on to as much as I can. Here's our bikes, spare golf carts, every single thing, golf bags. Here's the kitchen cabinets I was talking about right here that came out of the basement over on Valley Street. And I'll put that up on the wall here for additional storage in the garage. We'll get back into the house here. In the kitchen right here.
On drugs.
Popping pills. What can we say? Okay. Yeah, turn some lights on in there. Get into the front entryway, and we'll start from the front entryway here. Okay, that's the front entryway. Basically in here I got my golf clubs. That's the old set, and here's all the new stuff. This is the storage closet that comes in the entryway, but basically it's used for the water softener. Table, vacuum cleaner. I think this vacuum cleaner is going to be a permanent fixture in the front hallway. I don't know yet.
Tell I used that today too.
Oh yeah, Gail used it, so she just keeps it parked right around the corner. Basically, this is the view that I saw when I walked into the house 2 years ago when I looked at it, and I kind of figured as soon as I walked in the door that this was going to be the place. I had that feeling. Anyways, these are entryway going down to the basement right here without a wainscoting on the wall. That's the half paneling up, and the wooden rail here all open. Kind of reminded me of Roger's farmhouse, where he had an open staircase going down into the basement. This is the formal dining room right here that basically we did eat at one time here recently. We did use this room. Has Gail's hutch right here, and you can see the paintings up on the wall that she had. She did a very beautiful job of decorating the home and putting the nails in the walls and hanging pictures and finding a location for every single thing we owned. They did a fantastic job. This is the front guest registry book right here. When you walk in, you register as a guest. There are wedding photographs right there on the table. This is the hallway. This is the main closet right now.
Do the mausoleum for rock.
Yeah.
Over there.
And we've got every single thing in the closet here. This is a double wide closet. This house had so much storage in it that was another reason that we bought it, because Gail owns everything, I own everything. This is the so-called showroom right here that we don't normally use, except for when company comes over. It's sort of like we call the mausoleum or whatever, the museum room right here. There's a planter. You normally see the same type of planter with a plant at a funeral home, so I don't know how that goes in. This is the desk right here. My folks had this in the front entryway of the house, but now Brock's taking it up. We've got our wedding pictures right here in the center of the table, and then we got a little die-cast statue of Brock, sand-cast or whatever, and a plate I just picked up today over at Franklin Mint at the mall. This room here is just beautifully done with the mixture of Gail's furniture and my furniture and her. Her pictures, my pictures, every single thing just fits well. It's a chair we got from Roger's farmhouse, another chair from Roger's farmhouse, love seat, table and lamp, and coffee table from Roger's farmhouse. Gail's recliner, Gail's couch. Everything just basically fits real beautiful in the house. Again, here's another view of the view of the dining room. We're going to get into the hallway right now. I'll put the light on. This is Gail's room right here. And I wanted her to have this room because of the size of the room, also because of the pink wallpaper and the flowers on it. When we got into the house, she wanted me to have this room, and I said, no, I'll let you have this room. And this is Gail's computer center right here. So she's all set up to do whatever she wants to do. And again, we'll get into the guest bedroom right here, right now. And this is the guest room. Might be a little hard to see. I don't have the light on right now. We've got a collection here, Laurel and Hardy. Gail's got some shadow box up there with some of her stuff in it. Up here are all of our cartoon pals. Every single one of them up on the wall right here are a complete line of cartoon pals. And we also got Lucy and everybody here in the 55 Pontiac cookie jar, ready to go on a trip. And this is basically now, Jeremy, when you come to visit, this is your guest room. As you can see, you're here for the weekend. We've got books and hats and bags from Best Buy and every single thing else here. But this is what we consider the guest bedroom for you, Jeremy. And now we're going to go down into the hallway, another first floor main bathroom here. And I got the light on. Everything's in Gail's favorite color. If you didn't know, Jeremy, I will tell you that Gail's favorite color is green. So everything in the bathroom was green. So basically, this is the way we bought the house. And we haven't really touched it up. Here's the cameraman right here. Isn't that something really neat? Cameras flashing, taking a picture. So basically, we didn't do any remodeling or painting or decorating because every single thing was just the way she wanted it. Here's a guard dog just walked into the other room right here, and he's got his little bed on the floor. I forgot to mention that Brock's favorite place is right next to Gail, and he's protecting her every single night, and he's got his little bed here. We kind of chuckled because when Gail and I first got the dog, she insisted that because she came from a farm, that the animals were all going to be outside. And the first time it rained, she brought him in the house and wiped his feet off and wiped him down with a towel and put him on the floor, and he's been here ever since. So he's now a homeboy. Brock is officially our homeboy. So I'm going to go down the basement. You see a knick-knack shelf right here with collectibles in it. That's Gail stuff, my stuff I got from my mom, everybody else. Here's a picture I picked up for her today, a drawing of a 57 Oldsmobile. And she never thought she'd get something like that. That's kind of neat. Right now I'm going down into the basement, walking down the steps. This is the center room that this was the only room in the house, if you remember, when we bought it, Jeremy, that wasn't finished off. And so the future on this room right here is this is going to be the complete entertainment center room. And right now I'm looking at an unfinished wall, but that's the wall where the TV set will be on, the 4 feet wide, and the entertainment section, if I turn around right here, that's 4 feet wide with the TV on. That'll be against that wall, and the wall where the television set is will be a double Lazy Boy recliner. And along this wall right here will be floor to ceiling movie rack. All the movies that we have will be on a rack here, floor to ceiling. Basically storage cabinets in here. Don't know where we're going to put that. And we'll get the reason I got this one wall freestanding is it blocks off the door entryway into the furnace room. I'll open up the door here. Here's a brand new water heater, high recovery gas, brand new furnace in here, air conditioning system, furnace, humidifier, electronic air filter, every single thing in the furnace room. Television sets in case anybody wants to buy one. We've got extra ones for Jason, Jeremy, everybody else here. We definitely have to have a garage sale one of these years, but we were kind of waiting for people to in our family like Jason and Jeremy to buy a house, and we can unload all this first time furniture and give them every single thing they're looking for. Piece of exercise equipment here that's going to get traded in on another piece of exercise equipment. This is all the old furniture in some of this room. You might recognize this stuff, Jeremy. It was in the front is down the basement in the house in Moundsview, and then it got to the front room at the shop, and we're still using it. It's a pretty nice couch and table setup, and we still use it. This is my Lazy Boy recliner. It's got a lot of miles on this one here, so I'm basically going to have to trade that in for a newer unit. And we're getting into the lower level right here right now, and I'll turn on the wall light here. This is the kitchen down the basement. We still don't have every single thing the way we want it yet, Jeremy, because of all the remodeling for the furnace and stuff. But a lot of cabinets, additional refrigerator, and beer in there for our mystery guest. Every once in a while somebody might want to have a beer. So we keep it in the refrigerator along with the root beer and the Mountain Dew and every single thing else here, the microwave popcorn, any single thing you want for the entertainment center. Basically, I have pictures up on the wall. This is the basement's kind of my full run of every single thing, so I get to throw everything I want any place I want it, but again, it's not really the way I want it yet. Now we're getting into the one area right here, and I'll go up and show you the Mickey Mouse collection. This is a complete floor-to-ceiling rack of Mickey Mouse memorabilia, and there's a plaque up there, Army thing from Jason when he graduated from the Army. This is another rack here of all my model cars. You can see I've got basically I have about 15 different collections of different things. A lot of people might have laughed at one time, but basically all these collections right now may have a total value of $25,000. You've got all my automotive books. This is my automotive library here as far as all books on Corvettes, convertible tops, classic cars, everything else like that. This is part of my movie collection right here that you get to pick through when you come over to visit. Here's another television monitor right here with a player. Basically this furniture basically came from Roger's farmhouse, but everything fits in here. Now I got all my pictures up on the walls, some of the pictures I had of my cars and stuff like that. Here's a picture of the Chevelle. Basically this is the downstairs area. I'll turn on the lights here. This is the bathroom for down the basement. This is what Jason and I basically use a lot of times. It's going to be basically his shower, his bathroom and stuff. And I got to finish the ceiling. As you can see up here, the ceiling was torn out for all the work for the heating system that had to be put in, retrofitted into the house. And that was because we had electric baseboard heat when we bought this house without any air conditioning, and we definitely didn't like it. Yeah, this is my room down here. You can see again the Mickey Mouse collectibles and Laurel and Hardy collectibles, every single thing. Ceramic cars that I've gotten into lately. Had a lot of collection on that. Paintings, pictures, artwork, Mickey Mouse chairs, every single thing. But this is my room, and sometimes people might think, well, geez, if I'm married, how come do Gail and I have separate rooms? I guess we solved the snoring problem that I had and I've always had in my lifetime. So I get up, I go to bed late, Gail goes to bed early, she gets up early, I get up late, and we're not bothering each other. So this kind of works out real good, and we do visit each other for every once in a while for marital purposes, whatever, however you want to put it. A picture in the hallway here. This is on my 54 Corvette. There was a sign I had made up for car shows. On the opposite wall, I've got another sign here for the 72 Chevelle. This is the storage area right here. Basically every single thing that Jason owns is in cold storage right here in the basement using his closet. I built the storage rack, so All his stuff and some of my extra stuff is in here. Extra pieces of furniture, drawings of him, old vacuum cleaners. We are definitely wanting to have a garage sale one of these days, so we'll have one. Well, I'm going to get back upstairs. Here. This is Jason's day bed. This is basically where he sleeps when he comes home. He kind of likes it. He can stay up and watch television, go to bed, doesn't bother me. This is the couch right here where everybody crashes and watches television. I'm going to go back upstairs right now. Kitchen again. We can really have a party down here. Back here. Hey, that's our Easter lily because it's Easter. Here's a mystery guest. Oh, illegal activity, illegal activity.
Yeah, illegal.
Here's Jeremy playing the video machine. He can do this now though. He's 18. He can go to any casino and play.
In Minnesota.
Can't drink. Oh, there was 18 up there in Wisconsin. I saw it.
Did you really?
Yep. Can't drink, but you can play.
Yeah, they want you to play it.
Here we go. Let's see. Let's get some. Let's make some money here. The house makes all the money. You just put your money in the machine. The house makes the money. Well, this is it. This is Easter weekend, 1998, April 11th. It was kind of a wrap up on a tour of Rustic Acres here.
Rustic Meadows.
But I got corrected again here. Rustic Meadows.
Rustic Meadows.
Yeah, rusty old metals. Yeah, that's what it is.
The
Yeah.
cars at the market.
Okay. Well, Jeremy, glad to see you this weekend.
Yeah, I'll see you in the 20 years, I guess.
Well, yeah, every 4 to 6 months, I'll see this boy.
Jeremy, glad to see your back. Glad to
Yeah.
see your front too.
That's it.